Hello students, welcome to the class. Already we have solved 19 questions. Next question will be 20th. The sides of the two angles of a triangle are 5 by 13 and 19 by 101. Then the cosines of the third angle is. So sines of the two angles are given. So we can take it as sine A. Sine A is 5 by 13. And one more is sine B. Sine B is 99 by 101. So two angles are given. Sines of two angles of a triangle. So this is the A, B are the angles of a triangle. Then the cosines of the third angle is. So we have to find out the cosine of third angle. So third angle may be C. And now these three angles are the angles of a triangle. So we can write A plus B plus C is equal to pi. So we can write C is equal to pi minus A plus B. Pi minus A plus B. So we have to find out the cosines of the third angle. So C is equal to pi minus A plus B. We have to find out what is the cosine of C. So cos C we have to find out. So what is cos C? We can see cos C is equal to cos of pi minus A plus B. Cos C is equal to cos of pi minus A plus B, and cos of pi minus in the sense that is in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant cos will be negative. So this is equal to minus cos A plus B. Minus cos A plus B. So now it is cos C is equal to cos C is minus cos A plus B. You have to find out the cosine of the third angle. Cosine of the third angle means cos C. So minus cos A plus B. Now we have to find out what is cos A plus B. We know the formula cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, but it is minus cos of A plus B. So cos A plus B minus cos A plus B will be sin A sin B minus cos A cos B. So cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, but it is a minus of cos A plus B. So it will be sin A sin B minus cos A cos B. Now it is cos C, sin A sin B minus cos A cos B. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate what is cos C. So we need the value sin A sin B. It is given already. So find out what is cos A cos B. So what is cos A? Cos A will be, so sin A is 5 by 13. 5 by 13 means opposite side by hypotenuse. So which are the Pythagorean triplet? 5, 13 and 12. So 5, 13 and 12. Therefore sin A is opposite side by hypotenuse. So cos A will be adjacent side by hypotenuse. So that will be 12 by 13, and cos B will be sin B is 99 by 101, again opposite side by hypotenuse. So Pythagorean triplet 99, 101 and 20. Therefore cos B will be 20 by 101. So cos B will be 20 by 101. So we are getting we got the answer or the values of cos A and cos B. Therefore substitute all the values. So 5 by 13 into 5 by 13 into sin B 99 by 101 minus 12 by 13 into 20 by 101. When we calculate, the answer we are getting is 255 divided by 1313. So we are getting the answer 255 divided by 1313. So that is in the option B. 255 divided by 1313. So answer for the 20th question is option B. Next, for the 20th question, 21. Will be the value of tan 4 degree plus tan 8 degree plus tan 12 degree, so on up to plus tan 180 degree. So tan 4 degree plus tan 8 degree plus tan 12 degree plus tan 16 degree, so on up to tan 176 degree plus tan 180 degree. So we can combine some of the terms. So tan 4 degree, what is the value of tan 4 degree plus tan 170/60. So we know that tan 180 value. So before that tan 180, then previous term will be tan 176. So tan 180 value will be 0. Therefore next is a tan 176. So if we combine tan 4 degree and tan 176 degree, so this is equal to tan of 4 degree plus, I can write 176 as tan of 180 minus 4 degree. 180 minus 4 degree, and tan of 180 minus 4 degree. So 180 minus 4 degree, in the sense that is in the second quadrant tan is negative. So we are getting tan 4 degree minus tan 4 degree. This is equal to 0. So when we combine tan 4 degree and tan 176 degree, the answer will be 0. Similarly, we can combine tan 8 degree and tan 172 degree. So again tan 172 can be written as 180 minus 8 degree. So tan 8 degree minus tan 8 degree, that will be 0. So likewise we can combine all the terms. So what we get the answer? We are getting the answer as 0. So when we combine all these terms, we are 0 plus 0 plus 0. Again tan 180 is also 0. So we are getting 0. So but what is the answer? So 0. And the first option will be cos 1 degree, cos 2 degree. So in between we are getting cos 90 degree. Cos 90 will be 0. Therefore the answer of 34 will be A. So tan 1 degree, tan 2 degree, tan 89 degree is not equal to 0. Sin 1 degree, sin 2 degree up to sin 90 is not equal to 0. Cos 180 is also not equal to 0. Therefore the answer for the 21st question will be cos 1 degree, cos 2 degree, so on up to cos 180 degree, because cos 90 will be there, cos 90 will be 0. Therefore the product will be 0. So this is the 21st question. Next question will be, if sin square x, 22nd question, if sin square x plus sin power 4x is equal to 1, then cos power 8x plus 1 is. So what we have to take is sin square x plus sin power 4x is equal to 1. So we'll take, I'll write it as sin power 4x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. I have taken sin square x to one more side. So sin power 4x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. Then we want the answer in terms of a cos. We have to calculate the value of cos power 8x plus 1. So what I'll do is, I can write sin power 4x as sin square x whole square. So sin square x is 1 minus cos square x whole square. 1 minus cos square x whole square, that is equal to, again 1 minus sin square x is cos square x. So sin power 4x is written sin square x whole square. So sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos square x whole square. So that is equal to cos square x. Now expand 1 plus cos power 4x minus 2 cos square x is equal to, or minus cos square x equal to 0. Then this will be cos power 4x plus 1 plus 1. So now we are getting minus 2 cos square x minus cos square x. So that becomes minus 3 cos square x. When I take to that side, that becomes 3 cos square x. Again we want cos power 8x. Cos power 8x. Again I'll square both the sides. So we are getting cos power 4x plus 1 whole square is equal to 3 cos square x whole square, 3 cos square x whole square. So cos power x 4x, cos power 4x plus 1 whole square will be cos power 8x plus 1 plus 2 cos power 4x is equal to 9 cos power 4x, 9 cos power 4x. So cos power 8x plus 1 is equal to 7 cos power 4x. It is 7 cos power 4x, that is there in the option D, 7 cos power 4x. So 22nd, the answer is option D. Next, 23rd. If tan square A is equal to tan square B plus 1, then what is the relation between, then what is the value of cos 2A we have to calculate? If tan square A is equal to tan square B plus 1, what is the value of cos 2A we have to calculate? So to calculate cos 2A, there are three formulas. There are four formulas, but we had to, it is given in terms of tan, so we use the formula cos 2A is equal to 1 minus tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A. Cos 2A is 1 minus tan square A divided by 1 plus tan square A. But what is given tan square A? Tan square A is 2 tan square B plus 1. So this is equal to 1 minus 2 tan square B plus 1 divided by 1 plus 2 tan square B plus 1. So I have substituted tan square B as 2 tan square B plus 1. So this will be equal to 1 minus of minus 1 can be cancelled. So numerator is 2 tan square B divided by, so denominator will be 3 plus 2 plus 2 tan square B. So I can take 2 common from the numerator and denominator. So minus 2 tan square B divided by 2 into 1 plus tan square B. But 1 plus tan square B is a secant square B. So 2 can be cancelled. So minus tan square B divided by secant square B. So tan square B can be written as minus sin square B divided by cos square B into sin square B minus divided by cos square B into secant square B can be written as cos square B. So this is equal to minus sin square B. So what is this minus sin square B? So this is equal to cos 2A. So cos 2A plus sin square B equal to 0. So that is in the option C. So the relation is the relation we are getting cos 2A plus sin square B is equal to 0, not the option A, because it is minus. When we take minus to the distance, that becomes cos 2A plus sin square B is equal to 0. That is option C. Next, 24th one. If ABCD are the angles of a cyclic quadrilateral such that cos A plus cos B is equal to K into cos C plus cos D, then what is the value of K? If ABCD are the angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, that means it is a quadrilateral. So we have to find out what is the value of K in the given relation. So if ABCD are the angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, or it is just a quadrilateral, then what we can see, what is the angle? We can see the angle A plus C is equal to 180 or pi, and A, B plus D is also pi. Opposite, sum of the opposite angles in a quadrilateral will be 180 degree. So A plus C is also 180 and B plus D is also 180. If A plus C is 180, then we can write A is equal to pi minus C and B is equal to pi minus D. B is equal to pi minus D. So A is equal to pi minus C means then we have to take cos. Cos A is equal to cos of pi minus C, and cos B is equal to cos of pi minus D. So cos A is equal to, so in this is the second quadrant, so minus cos C. Here cos B is equal to minus cos D. Here cos C is minus cos D. So because the angles are in the pi minus C, that means in the second quadrant, so it is negative. Now we have to calculate what is cos A plus cos B. So cos A plus cos B is equal to sum of these two, minus cos C minus cos D. So I can take minus sign outside. So minus of cos C plus cos D. So we got the relation cos A plus cos B is equal to minus of cos C plus cos D. Therefore, the value of K will be minus 1. That is option B. That is option B. Next, 25th one. X is given, x is not equal to 2n plus 1 into pi, then secant x minus 1 divided by secant x plus 1 is. If x is not equal to 2n plus 1 into pi, then secant x minus 1 divided by secant x plus 1. So I can write secant x as 1 by cos x minus 1 divided by 1 by cos x plus 1. This is equal to 1 minus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x. 1 minus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x. So again rationalization. So we can multiply 1 plus cos x, 1 minus cos x divided by 1 minus cos x. So this is equal to 1 minus cos x whole square, 1 minus cos x whole square, and denominator will be 1 plus cos x into 1 minus cos x. So a square minus a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So 1 square minus cos square x, that is sin square x. So I will write all this in a single square. So 1 by 1 minus cos x divided by sin x whole square. I have written all the terms in a single square. So 1 by sin x will be cosec x minus cos x by secant x, cos x by sin x will be cot x whole square. So the answer will be cosec x minus cot x whole square. So that is there in the option C, cosec x minus cot x whole square. So this is answer for the 25th question. So 26th question. If sin x by cos x into secant x by cosec x into tan x by cot x equal to 9, then the value of x is sin x by cos x is a tan x. Then secant x by cosec x. So secant x can be written as 1 by cos, cosec x can be written as 1 by sin. So again we are getting sin by cos. So that is also tan x. That is also tan x, because when we write secant x as 1 by cos and cosec x as 1 by sin, so sin goes to numerator, cos goes to denominator, so we are getting again sin by cos, so that is a tan x. Then again 1 is a tan x into 1 by cot is again tan x is equal to 9. Is equal to 9. Then what is the value of here? So this is tan power 4x is equal to 9. Tan power 4x is equal to 9. So when we take the root, tan square x is equal to 3. It is not plus or minus 2. Square tan square is always positive. So tan square x equal to 3. Then tan x is equal to, tan x can take the values plus or minus because of tan x. So that may be in the plus or minus. So plus or minus root 3. Plus or minus root 3. Then if tan x is plus root 3, this implies when tan x is plus root 3, that is pi by 3. When tan x is minus root 3, tan x is negative in the, tan x is negative in the which quadrant? Second quadrant and fourth quadrant. So one angle will be minus pi by 3, that is in the fourth quadrant. One more will be pi minus pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3. So pi by 3 minus pi by 3, 2 pi by 3. So which is the answer? Pi by 3. Only in the first quadrant. It is not mentioned in which quadrant, but from the answer it is given only pi by 3. Therefore the answer is, the value of x is pi by 3. So option B. So this is the answer 26th. Next 27. That is also somewhat simple one. 27th one. So log of cos minus 20, log of cos minus 19. So when we go on like that, we are getting the value log of cos 0 degree. So when we go on like that, we are getting cos 0 degree. So cos 0 will be, what is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 will be 1. So log 1 equal to 0. So since it is a product, all the product will be 0. So option A. Next 28th. 27th is A. Next 28th. 28th will be, if sin A by sin B is equal to root 2 and tan A by tan B is root 3 and angles A and B both are in pi, in between pi by 2 and pi, that means that is in the second and second quadrant. Pi by 2 to pi means second quadrant. Then what is A minus B? So if sin A by sin B, sin A by sin B is equal to root 2, then we can write 1 by sin A as, 1 by sin A as cosec B is equal to root 2 cosec A. So here we are getting 1 by sin means cosec B. So sin A means 1 by cosec A, 1 by cosec A will be getting. So when you cross multiply, you are getting root 2 cosec B is root 2 cosec A. Similarly, one more is tan A by tan B is equal to root 3. So tan A by tan B is equal to root 3. So again 1 by tan B is cot B. Cot B is equal to root 3 cot A. Cot B, 1 by tan B is cot B, therefore that is equal to root 3 into tan A is 1 by cot A. So when we cross multiply, we are getting root 3 cot A. Next, what we have to calculate, what is A minus B? So we want the angles A and B. What is the angle A and B we have to calculate? So we know the relation 1 plus cot square A is 1 plus cot square A is cosec square A. 1 plus cot square A is cosec square A. Therefore we can write cosec square B minus cot square B equal to 1. We know the relation 1 plus cot or 1 plus cot square x is equal to cosec square x. So cosec square B minus 1 minus cot square B is equal to 1. Therefore what is the value of cosec square B? So cosec B is given root 2 cosec A. So with this will be 2 cosec square A minus 3 cot square A equal to 1. 3 cot square A is equal to 1. So now again we want A and B. So either we have to convert that to cosec or we have to convert that to cot. Same terms. So we can write again cosec square A as cot square A minus 1 plus cot square A is cosec square A. So cosec square A is 1 plus cot square is cosec square A. So cosec square A is 1 plus cot square A. Now multiply. What we get when we multiply? 2 plus 2 cot square A minus 3 cot square A is equal to 1. So what we are getting here? 2 cot square A minus 3 cot square A. So cot square A is equal to 1. This implies cot square A is equal to A. So this implies cot square A, and also given A and B are in the second quadrant. So cot A is minus 1. This implies tan A is also minus 1. If cot is negative, tan is also negative. Next, what we have to do, we have to calculate what is the value of A and B. What is the value of A and B? If tan A is minus 1, then what is A? If tan A is minus 1 and the second quadrant, so A is equal to tan A is minus 1. This implies A is equal to pi minus pi by 4. That is 3 pi by 4. If tan A is minus 1, here tan B is what? If tan A is minus 1, then tan B will be minus 1 by root 3. Tan B is minus 1 by root 3. So again in the second quadrant means this implies B is equal to pi minus pi by 6. That is 5 pi by 6. Second quadrant, 5 pi minus pi by 6 is 5 pi by 6. So 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 6. This is equal to minus pi by 2. That is minus pi by 12. So that is in the option B. So 3 pi by 4 minus 5 pi B, that is A minus B. So the answer will be minus pi by 12, that is option B. Next 29th one. 29th is given root 3 cos x minus sin alpha divided by cos alpha plus root 3 sin alpha. What I will do is I will divide numerator and denominator by 2. So what we get? Root 3 by 2 cos x cos alpha minus 1 by 2 sin alpha divided by cos alpha is 1 by 2 cos alpha plus root 3 by 2 sin alpha. So what I have done is divided numerator and denominator by 2. Divided numerator and denominator by 2. Now I will write it as cos alpha as it is. Cos alpha into, I will write root 3 by 2 as cos pi by 6 minus sin alpha into sin pi by 6 whole divided by cos alpha into sin pi by 6 minus sin alpha into sin pi by 6. Sin, not sin pi by 6, that is cos pi by 6. Cos pi by 6. Root 3 by 2 I have written cos pi by 6. 1 by 2 written sin pi by 6. Again half as sin pi by 6. Root 3 by 2 as cos pi by 6. Now this is in the form of cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B is cos alpha plus pi by 6. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B cos alpha plus pi by 6 divided by cos alpha into sin pi by 6 minus sin alpha into cos, means cos A sin B minus sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, that will be sin of alpha plus pi by 6. So this is equal to cot of alpha plus pi by 6. That is cot of alpha plus pi by 6 or pi by 6 plus alpha, that is in the option C. That is in the option C. The next question is 30th one. If 0 less than theta and phi less than pi by 2 and sin theta is given half, cos phi is given 1 by 3, then theta plus phi belongs to, we have to find out the interval. So sin theta is half means theta is pi by 6, then cos phi is 1 by 3 implies what? Cos phi is 1 by 3 means phi value will be either in between pi by 3 and pi by 2. So we have to find out what is theta plus phi. So theta plus phi will be by adding these intervals, pi by 6 plus pi by 3 and pi by 6 plus pi by 2. So we are getting the interval pi by 2 to 2 pi by 3. Therefore, the answer for the 30th question will be option B, pi by 2 to 2 pi by 3.